Hello and welcome to day one of your pre-work. In this video, we are going to be setting up your computer with all the development tools you'll need to get you running. I want to mention that this video is being recorded in January 2018, and we will be updating it as necessary. So don't be too concerned if the version numbers don't exactly match. I'm going to show you right here, this computer. We're running macOS High Sierra version 10.13.2. So before I started recording this video, I've done some things ahead of time. I've installed Google Chrome as our browser. I've installed the Atom text editor, and I've also went and installed Xcode and the command line tools. And how to do that is going to be covered in the instructions that go alongside this video. I've done those ahead of time because they are relatively straightforward, and they do, especially Xcode and the command line tools, they do take a while. So what I've done here is I've opened up a terminal session, and you can do that by clicking the magnifying glass in the upper right hand corner and typing in terminal, and it'll open up this window for us. I'm going to make this a little bigger so we can see better. And the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to install Homebrew. Homebrew is a package management system that lets us install a whole different bunch of software. And the best way to think about Homebrew is kind of like the App Store, but for developers. And we're going to type in ruby-e quotes $parens curl-f ssl https raw.github user content.com/homebrew /install/master/install close parens quotes. The string again is in the written documentation, but what it does is that it goes and gets the script from GitHub and installs on your computer and stored in order to install Homebrew. And we can see here that we have this script will install these things. It's going to create these directories. I want to do this, so I'm going to hit enter. And what it's going to do is it's going to ask me my password. Now I do want to note that when it asks for your password here, it will not show you what you type. And we hit enter, and it's doing the thing. We just give that a second, and it says, oh wait, we haven't agreed to the Xcode license. This appears because I've not run Xcode yet, but it's going to say like, hey, you can go ahead and agree to license by running this code, by opening the Xcode app or running this. So I'm going to do this here, sudo xcode build dash license. It's going to ask me for my password again. I'm going to type that in. And it says, okay, I've not agreed to the license agreements. I need to agree. I'm like, yes, cool. And hit enter to view it. And we see that we have legalese. I can hit space to scroll down if I want to read it. Q to quit. I'm just going to quit. I'm not going to read the entire thing. And it's going to say, hey, I want you to type agree if you agree. I did that. Cool. So I've agreed to the license agreement. Now I need to type in that ruby-e whole thing again. And that's a lot of typing. So terminal actually comes with some shortcuts. We can hit up, and it'll automatically fill our terminal with the last thing we wrote. Well, the last thing we typed in. And since this is not what we want to do, we can hit up again to the last one. And you keep hitting up, and it'll keep going to the things you previously ran. And hit run. It's going to say, okay, we're going to install these things. Yes, I want to do that. Hit return. And it's going to download install Homebrew. And it's just going to take a short amount of time to do this. And we can see it's downloading, installing, all these things. And we just have to wait. This may be a lot faster process on your computer. If you noticed during when I was showing the version numbers of my operating system, this computer is a 2014 model, so it's a little slower than newer computers. So it looks like it's finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in brew doctor. This just makes sure that everything is cool. Just does a checkup. And cool, we have warning that the file system appears to be case sensitive. That's fine. Excellent. So you may or may not get this warning. My file system is case sensitive, and uh, it's okay if yours is not. So the next thing we're going to do is we've got Homebrew installed. Now we need to install Git. Git's our version control system we're going to be using. We're going to be talking about Git in the future. We just need to get it on our system right now. So we type in brew, install Git. It's telling Homebrew, I want you to go and get the Git stuff. And what it does, it installs Git. It installs all the other software that Git needs to run. And it has done the thing. We are finished. Fantastic. Our next step is to configure Git, and we're just going to give it our name and our email address. So we do that by typing in git config -- global user.name. That's my name. And I want to do git config -- global, and we're just saying that for everywhere in our computer, I want to use these values. That's my email address, and that's all set up. Fantastic. Our next step is that we have to install rbenv. And so the thing is that Ruby comes out with different versions, and we need something to manage all the different versions of Ruby that we have on our computer. Some of these versions are not compatible with each other. You might be working on older software, so we need to install rbenv. And so to do that, we're going to do something very similar to what we do with Git. We're going to do brew install rbenv, and we wait. It grabs the things, install the things. And we're done. Fantastic. So now we do rbenv init to kind of start it all. And say like, hey, you want to load, if you can load rbenv automatically by appending this to bash profile. So what we're going to do is I'm going to copy this. And our bash profile is kind of like the configuration file for our terminal. And I want to edit it by typing atom tilde slash dot bash profile. Oops. Atom is not found. Well, I'm going to fix that. Have I not downloaded Atom yet? Well, looks like I forgot to download Atom, so we're going to do that right now. I'm going to go to atom.io. It's going to download. We'll give it the less than a minute that it takes to download. And again, this process may take longer or shorter depending on your internet connection and the speed of your computer. Cool, so we have this Atom Mac zip file. We're going to open it up. Alright, so I have this Atom. I'm going to drag it to my applications. And I'm going to delete that. I'm going to close the Windows folder and empty my trash. Yes. I'm going to close Chrome. And now I can open up Atom. It's verifying it. I'm like, yep, I downloaded from the internet. I want to open it. And we've got this Atom open. What I want to do is going to click on Atom, and then install shell commands. What those shell commands do is they let me run Atom from the desktop. From the terminal. So I'm going to quit this, and we're going to do this again. We're going to run Atom bash profile. And now it's going to open up this bash profile. I'm going to paste in this, which we got from the command line. I'm going to save it by hitting Command S. I'm going to quit. And now rbenv should start whenever we start terminal. And we're going to verify that it works. We'll type in rbenv -- version. And we've got rbenv 1.1.1. So as long as it is this number or higher, you should be good. So now that we've got rbenv installed, we need to install Ruby itself. So we're going to type in rbenv install 2.4.1. So this is going to tell Arben to go and get Ruby 2.4.1 for me and install it. As of the recording of this video, the latest version of Ruby is 2.5.0, but we're going to install 2.4.1 because that will be more useful. That'll be more useful to us right now. Our classes and software is built around 2.4.1, and this may change in the future, and we will update this video when that happens. So we're going to start running, we're going to hit enter, and it's going to go and install. This portion will take a while. It has to go download the files, it has to compile and build all the files. So you can leave the computer and come back in a bit. This will, like I said, this will take a while. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video and start it up again when it finishes. So we'll see you soon. Excellent. And so Ruby has finished installing. So what do we do now? Well, let's check this out. We now have to tell Arben that we want to use everywhere. And we want to reload Arben. And now I'm going to close our terminal. I'm going to start it again. Make this a little bigger. And we type in ruby-v, we can see that we are running Ruby 2.4.1, which is the version that we installed. Cool. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to create our folder structure to hold all our files. So what we're going to do is cd tilde, and cd means change directory. We're going to change directory, and tilde is a shortcut for our home directory. So that puts us into the same directory that we were in before. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a directory using the mkdir, and I'm going to call it Turing. That's where I'm going to put all our Turing files. And I'm going to change into that directory, and we can see here that this has changed, where I'm now in the Turing directory. Awesome. So now we're going to make a directory called onemodule, and that is going to be all the stuff where you keep your your first module stuff in. And that's it. We've set up everything that we need to set up right now to get you started.